Hello and welcome back, all you wonderful Rise of Kingdoms players out there. This is Dragothien here. Today we're going to do something a little funny slash special slash, I don't know. This could be useful. This could be completely terrible. But I want to have a little fun. We've had a fun KVK. We're still going. I'll give you an update video very shortly and we'll start streaming again on that stuff. But I figured y'all just didn't want to see all the flag burning, babysitting, and small skirmishes. So what I'm going to do, this video is going to be making the ultimate first priority target murder ball. The idea behind it is for all of your marches to have primary commanders that are primary targets. So if you have a murder ball of 5 or 6 or 7, I'm going to do 5 and 6. We can always add a 7th if we wanted to, but I'm going to make this murder ball to where whenever somebody comes up to your murder ball, your 5 or 6 army murder ball, they're going to have a hard time picking which one to attack first, because all of them are priority tier 1 targets that need to be taken off the battlefield, whether it's damage related or whether it's debuff related, etc. And again, we'll talk about a 7th if you are in that boat where you have 7 marches on the KVK battlefield, but I will say again, that's probably a very small percentage of most people, especially earlier in the KVK. So let's get started. I've been wanting to do this video for a while. We obviously have been very busy in KVK, so it's been delayed a bit, but I have found the time and we're going to go ahead and make this happen. So, again, thought process behind this is every march that you bring out is individually a must target, so that whenever you go up against an opponent, they get so confused that they don't know what to target first, and then you just start wrecking them. That's the idea. So first off, we're going to go with XY Saladin. That's going to come out on the battlefield here. Let's go ahead and bring it up over into some room here. XY Saladin is going to be my first march. XY Primary is a primary target on the battlefield. 1, because he's super squishy, and 2, because of the AoE defense debuff that he provides in a murder ball situation. That's huge when it comes to bigger murder balls, and then even your own little personal murder ball when you're talking about bringing everything together. So XY is definitely a priority target whenever you see him on the battlefield, and when you attack him, he slows down, so people like to attack him early because that's just a good way to get him out of the way, because he slows down and then you'll be in good shape. Second one, Genghis with William. Coming out. So far we've got 2 top tier Cav priority targets on the battlefield already. We've got, again, XY Saladin and now Genghis William. William will certainly provide the AoE buffs, as well as assuming it procs, assuming everything goes the way it's supposed to if you get swarmed or whatever, which could happen with this murder ball very easily. The rage generation per second that XY needs to trigger his expertise. So very strong there. And again, both of those targets are very primary because, again, 1, they pump out a ton of damage. 2, they are very squishy. And 3, again, some of them will be doing some AoE buffing, AoE debuffing, and those are always priority targets in a murder ball. Number 3, we're switching it up to archers. YSG primary, baby. How long has it been since you've seen a YSG primary used on the field as a primary on purpose? That's what we've got as our third march that we're bringing out. YSG, and we threw Ramses behind him because, honestly, Ramses as a secondary is very strong, especially whenever he has a nice little buff from the talent tree and the skill tree at the very beginning on the primary commander. And again, when you see YSG, you think immediate target, right? Like immediate target, right? But now we've got Genghis on the battlefield right there beside you, and we've got XY on the battlefield right there beside you, and we've still got 3 more marches to bring out. Let's go ahead and do this. 4th march. Artemisia and Tamiris. Gotta have it, right? Artemisia is a primary target just because of her massive AoE damage. Oh my goodness. She is a primary target in and of herself just because of all the damage she pumps out. She also has all kinds of augmentation capabilities, and you could actually use her in a pinch, in a garrison situation, in a flag or something like that if you have her maxed. especially the third skill, certainly. So Artemisia is a primary target for sure. Fairly squishy. She does have a health bonus and a defense bonus, which is nice, but it doesn't really necessarily keep her alive on the open field. That's more for her garrison stuff for the most part. I know it's an open field skill, but you get what I'm saying. 20% here, 20% there. While strong isn't necessarily going to keep her alive when she's mass formed down, which is why she is a primary target and why she pumps out so much damage on that primary skill. And again, having that delay with the expertise and the level 4 skill, I should say, the 4th skill, giving Tamiris the ability to really start stacking up that skill damage. And as you can see, skill damage, skill damage, skill damage, skill damage. We're stacking up the skill damage. So this is actually not only a little fun thing that we're doing here, but again, very effective if done correctly, and if you can really confuse your opponent and micro your marches. This could be a devastating murder ball, individual murder ball. Let's go number 5. Number 5, I've done 6. Number 5 is going to be Guan and Chuck on the battlefield. Again, Guan, very squishy when it comes to infantry commanders. Lots of attack, lots of skill damage. Pumps out a lot of that skill damage in an AoE fashion and has an AoE silence, making him one of the primary infantry, if not the primariest of infantryist primary targets on the battlefield for infantry. And again, when you pair him with Chuck, who just came out, I've seen some very solid reports against Guan Leo and etc. and etc. Certainly against any Cav out there for the most part, you're going to be getting positive results. And again, with Guan's damage and crowd control capabilities, I always target Guan's very, very fast because I don't like him AoE silencing the people that I'm fighting with, because that means they're not casting their skills. And that's a bad thing. So far, we've got 5 primary targets on the battlefield. What are we going to add with the 6th march to make this even worse? To make this even worse. We're going Trajan Ethelfled, people. Look at this. Trajan Ethelfled. Trajan is a primary target. 100%. His buffs are insane. You need to have Trajan on the battlefield. The more Trajans you have, the better off you're going to be. As an alliance murder ball, but certainly in your own little murder ball, his buffs will do wonders to help augment the already devastating damage that you're going to be facing or doing. And with this being a hella skill damage heavy murder ball, all the commanders, all of them, even Trajan and Ethelfled, have skill damage components, and these are some of the heaviest damage commanders in the game, and that's why they're in this ultimate primary target murder ball, because they're primary targets for a reason. They either cause a ton of damage, they do a ton of crowd control with silence, with debuffs, with AoE buffs, with Trajan, with William, things like that. So this is my ultimate top priority first target murder ball, where if you see this coming your way, you're like, holy crap, what do I target? And if I had to face this, I would probably still target the YSG first. But again, that leaves Guan, Artemisia, Trajan, Genghis, and XY to do their work. It's pretty devastating. I like it. I don't know if it'll be, actually a thing. Once I get my troops back after KBK's over, or at least half of them, I will, in fact, go ahead and try this out on the battlefield and do some testing. We've got, again, Hall of Heroes. I'm just over 10 million dead this KVK, so I'll be getting back 5 million troops. And once I do that, I'll be able to really properly test this in an arc situation and a regular kingdom situation for sure. We got some cleansing to do. But this is it. Now, if you wanted to add another one, again, if you're in that 5th percentile, right? I can't bring it out right now. I'll bring back Trajan. The other one that I would add, and again, same idea, would be Chandra. So Chandragupta with, I guess, Minna. Yeah, Chandragupta with Minna. And that would be my 7th march. And again, same idea, does a ton of damage. Chandragupta is a primary target because of his health and defense buff. All kinds of good stuff there. So again, very strong to have that. And of course, somebody is scouting me because that is a big deal. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Again, I think this is one of the best and most damaging open field marches, set of marches that I've seen. But also, again, all of them primary targets, confusing your enemy. And you know, if they aren't massively confused, they'll be targeting one, obviously, and you'll be doing damage with the other 5 or 6, depending on how many marches you have out. And those damage dealing marches are devastating. So hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Cheers. Have a good one and take care.